Facebook. It's your friendly nosy neighbors, Jessica Cardon
and Elyse Powell
with the Murdock Manwaring Company, and we are so excited to be here today. Thank you for joining us. Please make sure to like and follow our page. This month is a great month.
We're so excited about this.
So excited. You're not going to want to miss any of the nosy neighbors this month. We are doing all iconic,
Idaho
historical
Falls businesses. The ones that have been around here for generations.
So hopefully you caught our first episode when we were in Firth. Here's number 2. I am excited about this. Oswald Service and Repair. This is a generational business and they do great stuff and they're awesome.
Yeah, actually 4th generation here at Oswald's. We're right here on the corner of the Northgate Mile and D Street.
Yep, so you're on about as edge of downtown as you can be. Right by the castle. That is also iconic.
It is, yes.
I believe it's a water tower.
I think,
but we all have
that's
made up
from
stories.
Here knows
what's in
where
there.
That's at.
That's
and it
right.
used to be, the underpass that was. They've expanded now. But that's exactly where we're at.
That's right.
So we're going to go in here to Oswald Service and Repair and see what we can find out.
Yeah, let's go check them out.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
We are the Nosy Neighbors.
Wonder if we can find out some questions or ask some questions. Is it all right?
Yes, you may.
Fantastic. So tell us who you are.
I'm Renae Oswald. I'm co-owner of Oswald Service.
Fantastic. Okay, so tell us, what is Oswald, or what are you guys?
We are automotive repair. We're third generation owners, and my son actually, who's avoiding the camera, but we'll catch him.
We'll catch him. We'll find him.
Is the 4th generation that will be here. So we do automotive repair, all makes and models. We're that, we say a dealer alternative, so that if you have a vehicle and you don't necessarily want to take it to the dealer, we will take care of you.
That is one of my biggest questions for today to get answered. So before we get into that, because I have a million, I'll just start off and rambling on. What does someone expect when they come here? What is your customer? Who is the person that's coming in the door?
So that is a great question. I think, when I think of our avatar, it's kind of me, right? I especially think that we are very good about catering to individuals who may not know a lot about their cars and have felt perhaps intimidated in the past about having automotive repair. Unfortunately, in the automotive repair industry, there are bad experiences that people have. And
because so many of us don't have any idea what goes on behind those doors.
Absolutely. And under your hood, right? It's like a big mystery.
Right.
And so you have to trust these guys are telling us the truth. And so we're very sensitive to that. And so I feel like one of the things that sets us apart is that we do a lot of education with our customers so they can make an informed decision. And we don't try to high pressure sell your car's going to break down in the middle of nowhere and you're going to be deserted or you're going to kill someone. We don't do that.
You're going to be realistic about what the needs are for their automobile.
Yeah. And then let them make the decision.
Okay.
We do a very thorough inspection and then these guys send it to you on a text message or an email and you can go through it and say, oh, this is something that I want to get done now, or this is something that I can wait and do later. And they're very good about, kind of like when you go to your doctor and you're like, doc, what would you do? It's the same kind of thing. Well, what would you do? We could wait on this for now. And then, do this later. You're going to be okay here. So I think it really helps to build that trust with our customers because they feel like we're telling them the truth.
People really appreciate that.
We get on a regular basis get reviews that talk about our honesty and integrity, and there's not a better compliment in the world than to be told that.
Okay, before we move on to my next question, which I'm really excited to ask.
Okay.
How do they get a hold of you? How do they check in for service? How do they find out more information?
So we have 2 locations, one in Idaho Falls at 725 Yellowstone, and we have another location in Rexburg at 1005. Oh, it's on 2nd East. I have to remember all of the north, south, east. 2nd East, so it's out towards the new Walmart in Rexburg.
Oh, gotcha.
So we have 2 locations that you can find us at, and we are on the, our website is oswaldserviceinc.com, and there's telephone numbers and all sorts of great stuff. You can find us everywhere. Yes, Facebook, Instagram.
Okay. Can they contact you through Facebook, or do they need to call, or do they need to go to the website?
You can schedule online through the website, but there's a button on Facebook to be able to do that. So we try to make it as easy as possible to get to us in whatever way that looks like.
Can they call in and ask questions before they bring it in, or should they come in?
No, they oftentimes, that's exactly what people do, and we would prefer that. A lot of times people, want to have quotes and stuff over the phone.
Right.
That's really hard because we can kind of give you a general idea, but unless we see your vehicle, it's like that doctor thing.
Right.
You got to come in, let us see you, and then
Right.
we'll give you a better quote on what we're going to do.
What if someone doesn't have an appointment, but suddenly they have an issue come up? Could they just bring their car over here? Would they be able to get in?
We are always happy to help as the best that we can, but we are pretty scheduled.
Okay.
So if they come and expect to have it done the same day, I'm afraid we will probably disappoint them.
Okay.
So it's better if they could call and make an appointment.
Okay.
These guys will fit you in as soon as they can.
Perfect.
Perfect. So in that, next question, when people are, do you guys have loaner cars, or do they need to come prepared to leave it and have someone pick them up?
We do not have loaner cars, and that's the best. If they could leave it and then we could work it in during the day, that works the best for us. But they're always welcome to come and wait. Usually if that repair is short, that usually works a little bit better, especially in the days of COVID. We're limiting the people that are in the waiting room for everybody's safety. So we are happy to also give you a ride home and then come and get you when your car's done.
Perfect.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Love that. Okay, here's my question.
Yes.
Here's the question. You have to have repairs, and you always feel like you need to go to the dealership. What about those repairs that are for they'll keep under the warranty and all that? Can they come here and have that done, or do they have to go to the dealership?
So two different things. If your car is under warranty because it's a new vehicle and you have 30,000 miles, that work needs to be done at the dealer.
Gotcha.
But there are extended warranties, and all of that warranty work can be done at an independent automotive repair and absolutely here. So we're happy to help you with all of that. A lot of people have extended warranties now. That does not have to be done at the dealer at all.
Gotcha.
Even though they kind of twist your arm a little bit and say that it does, it doesn't.
I gotcha. Because that is a big thing. I always wonder, what do you have to go to the dealership? What do you have to go to the dealership and what you don't? Makes
That's
sense.
good info.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and you don't have to go to the dealership to have your oil changed, and unless it's part of the package. A lot of people get free oil change. That doesn't have to happen at the dealer, and we definitely take care of that.
How long is someone going to wait here if they have to have their oil changed?
We're about 40 minutes because we're very thorough. We do clean the inside of your vehicle, vacuum it, and wash the windows, and do a full inspection, and then give you that kind of rundown on what that inspection shows. So we're not a quick lube. We'll never claim to be a quick lube.
Gotcha.
It's a little bit of commitment, but we do it right.
I love that. I love
Yeah,
that.
thorough. There's a lot to be said about that. I love that.
That is true. Okay, so tell us how this all started. So this is a generational business, right?
It's such a
It
great
is,
story.
and as we're
Yeah.
standing here, I
I know.
feel like
This
these
is
photos
amazing.
are probably part of the history here.
So I love to tell this story. We actually started over on Elva in 1939, kind of by Wood's Funeral Home. Grandpa started a little gas station. I think it was Conoco at that time. I probably will get that wrong, but opened a little gas station, and that was the day when they ran out in their little bow ties and not top hats, but hats.
Yeah.
Pumped your gas, wash your windows. It was a tire and gas station.
Love it. Full service.
And then they moved down here to the corner of Yellowstone and C Street, which was the video that you captured of that little white building. So I think that's Yellowstone that is to the left of that picture. And that dirt would be what would be Constitution right now.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah.
I don't remember exactly the year of that picture, but I think it was the 40s.
So that's just a block or two over
It's
from
just a
where we
block,
are right here.
Mhm.
Okay.
So that's pretty much where our history was. Grandpa had, when they were on Elva and then they moved over here. And then Blaine, his son-in-law, who is this gentleman right here, joined the business in the 70s. And then Kevin, my husband, we took it over in 2004. And in 2000, we pumped gas. That's why there's Sinclair and Conoco and all of that kind of stuff. We were a full-service gas station. We were the last full-service gas station that was in Idaho Falls that actually came out and pumped your gas and did the whole thing. But we decided to get out of that business because it's doesn't make any money, and it just, there was manpower and whatnot involved with it. Gas at that time was $4 a gallon, and we just saw that we had a bunch of inventory in the ground. We decided to get rid of gasoline. That was a big deal because there were a lot of people who were pretty sad that we gave up on gasoline. And
There are people that never experienced having someone pump their gas.
Well, I'll let Kevin tell you a story about an individual that they took care of, even after we got rid of the gasoline, what they did, because it's a great story.
Is
He
Kevin
needs to tell
here?
it. Kevin's here, yeah.
Should we go try to find him?
I think that would be a great idea.
Well, and
Let's
who
go see.
else do we have right up
Oh,
front
yeah, that's
here?
probably, I'm like, let's just go.
Yeah, well, this is Josh. Josh is our manager, and he's...
Josh, I'm going to give you a microphone so we can hear you.
All right, that sounds fantastic.
So, Josh, how long have you been at Oswald?
I've worked here for 8 years now. It'll be, well, 8 years in December, I think it is.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So, what is it that you do for Oswald as a vendor? What is your function?
To be amazing, really about
Dun,
it.
dun, dun. There it is.
And he is.
Just really take care of the customer, make sure that everything runs smoothly on a day-to-day basis. Ultimately just take care of the customer, make sure that everything's handled well with them and that we just have a positive experience with them.
So in this, how have you guys integrated technology in? What are the things that because things have changed a lot in service with technology.
Mm-hmm, yes.
So what are you guys doing? What do you guys utilize it for customers with technology right now?
Well, as far as like our communication with customers, we've gone to where we can communicate through text message, through email. Obviously, we can do phone calls, that kind of stuff. But we do the contactless, of course, with the text messaging, which helps. And then as far as the vehicles go, we stayed up on as much as we can on all the electrical necessary items that come with it. We've got several different scan tools, computers to work with vehicles. We've got electrical diagnostic equipment. We invest in training for the technicians to go to several times a year. There's a lot to keep up with.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cars
just all
are
around.
computers these days.
Yeah, there's
So
more
I heard
computers than
someone
anything.
say it's like an airplane almost, the amount of computers in cars.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yep.
wiring
There can be well over a dozen computers in your standard vehicle these days.
Wow,
Yep.
that's amazing. That's amazing. So if someone doesn't know if they don't know a lot about cars and they come in and ask, are they going to be able to are you the guy that they're going to see when they come in?
Yeah, it's going to be me and actually Nick here. We're going to be the ones to take care of and talk to, and if it's necessary for a technician to talk to him, we do have that option as well. So we'll have them discuss things. But no, it's primarily myself and Nick, and we try to do whatever we can to explain the best that we can what's going on, and try and help you understand exactly what's going on, why it's going on, and how it's got to be fixed.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So-
Thank you.
We'll introduce you to Nick, because Nick is our future fourth generation.
Yes.
This is my son, Nicholas.
I can't tell any of you because of your mask. You all look the same to us.
Yeah, we can do it.
There you go. That's right. So Nick, you are fourth gen.
Yep, I'll be number 4.
So how did you decide to keep doing this? Was it a forced situation?
No, yeah, they forced me down.
Yeah.
We signed a contract and everything. So, yeah.
In blood for you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I had no choice. But honestly, it just seemed like the smartest thing to do. I enjoy this. I enjoy the guys I work with, and it just seemed like the smartest thing to do for me. And I'm also married for my family, so just the smartest thing to do. It's been going for 81 years, so just to keep it going.
How long have you been working here?
So
When's the first time you started in here?
Since I got my permit, well, actually, at the old shop, I was pumping gas for a little while, for a couple of days when I was just a little like around 8 years old or so.
Wow.
But since I got my driver's permit when I was 15 or so, they had me in here and doing oil changes and just starting from there.
Wow,
So
that's fantastic.
Yep.
That's awesome. So you are the one that will continue the legacy.
yes, we'll see what my little brother wants to do. He's still 18, so he's kind of just doing whatever he pleases at this time. But yeah, so we'll see what he ends up doing. But yeah, for sure me.
Once family gets involved, you get a little more serious about what you're really going to do, right?
Oh yeah, exactly.
Well, that's fantastic. Awesome. Great to meet you.
Yeah, you
You'll
too.
be here
Thank you.
for the next generation as well.
Oh yeah,
That's
yep.
it.
So let me just fill you in on one thing that it makes that a little unique, is that all of the generations of mechanics, starting from Grandpa to Dad to Kevin and now to Nick, are married to nurses. We're all nurses.
No.
Yeah, so
That is
I don't know
weird.
what the deal is with these mechanics married to nurses, or car guys married to nurses, but it's worked out. Nick's wife is actually in nursing school, so she's gonna graduate and it'll happen, but it's so funny. And we didn't choose her as a daughter-in-law because she was in nursing school. That just kind of happened, so.
wasn't forced either.
Yeah, it just happened.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
They can't say that it was
It's
on
very
camera, but we know what's going on.
Like, you have to marry
like-
somebody who's gonna be a nurse.
You're getting married. Will she be signing the nursing?
Tradition.
That's right.
Yeah, it's tradition.
That's awesome.
Okay, let's go meet Nick.
All right.
Or I mean,
Good
Kevin.
to meet you.
Go ahead and go through that door.
I love this.
Yeah, that's a pretty fun. That's Grandpa. So that's Grandpa Crockett, Blaine, and Kevin.
Well,
We need to
hello.
get one with Nick in it now, but Grandpa
Not
just
yet.
passed away,
You're up.
so that's where we're at.
He's
Oh,
running.
okay.
He's literally running away.
Where? Oh
Look
my
at this.
word!
This is a very clean shop.
So yeah, and this is the back
Wow.
room. This is where the magic and all the work happens.
It's. I thank you for saying that it's clean. I look at this and I'm like a little mortified because this
Oh.
is not our level of clean.
Oh,
but
my
we usually
goodness.
do run a very good shop. What? Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Mason's Bay is usually clean.
Oh,
That's
that's right. Mason's like, oh, no.
Let's not say that.
Don't be lumping me in with those guys.
We do actually pride ourselves on having clean shops.
It's
and
very-
they don't
it's
smell
very
like gas
tidy.
and oil and all of that kind of
Well, and you got all your bays up. I didn't realize how many bays are in here. You've got 6 bays in this
Yep,
shop.
Yes, and the
Wow.
same in Rexburg. So
Wow.
yes, and we have the ability in Rexburg to build on. So if we grow, we'll have a little bit more space.
And how
That's
many
awesome.
mechanics do you have back here?
We have 4 technicians in this location and 3 in 2 and a lube tech. Man, I will probably blow that in Rexburg. A little bit less in Rexburg
Okay.
than we have here.
You know what I didn't ask? What are your hours?
We're open from 8 to 6 Monday through Friday. We're closed on the weekends.
Gotcha.
But we do have a drop off so that people can leave their vehicles and drop their keys in the drop off. So that
Gotcha.
makes it easy.
Gotcha.
Definitely.
Perfect.
All right, Kevin.
Yes,
Kevin is
let's
up.
meet
I
the
know.
third
I mean, Kevin,
generation.
just ignore the camera, Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin, get over here.
Where do you want to go? And I have some questions for you.
Maybe we
I've
can
got
get away
this.
from
All right.
the fan.
This is for you to hold right there
I'm
so we
just
can hear
holding it.
you.
Should we walk this way?
Let's walk
You're
this
in
way.
now.
Okay, we're gonna walk.
Come on this way.
We're walking? Okay.
We'll get out of these guys' way. They're working, right?
Yes.
So,
So-
Kevin, this is the family business.
That's right.
It is.
Okay.
So we just met Nick. Oh, I'm gonna even clip
know
it
what?
on. You know
Just
what?
clip that thing
It's
right
on.
there.
He's in now. He was gonna try to get out of this, but there's no getting out of this. At this point. How's that?
No, it was your sales job.
I've always said it's hard to say no to me, and I had a former friend who said, "You want to know why you get your way? You are miserable when you don't." So people would just rather give you your way, and I said, "I love that. That sounds like a great tactic
And that's,
for life."
you just warm down. It's awesome.
Yes. Yeah.
That's true. So we just met Nick.
Yes.
You got into this, so tell us the story of how you decided to
You
come
grew
into
up
this.
in the family
I
business.
did. You know, I grew up in the family business, and this is something I'd just known that I'm going to do all my life. I, remember when I was a little kid, well, not really little, maybe about 7 or 8 years old, my dad was leaving for work one Saturday morning, and I had a red shop rag in my back pocket, and I was ready to go with him, and he told me no. And I had to stay home, and it broke my heart. I look back on that now and think, why? I'm just
because
joking.
now you spent your entire life
Yeah,
here.
now I spent my entire life here. There you
That was
go.
it.
But at the
Quintessential
Red
turning
rag
point.
never leaves your pocket, does it?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. But it's something that I've always been interested in.
Yeah.
I worked through my high school years at the service station, pumping gas and learning how to work on vehicles. I attended about a semester of general education at Idaho State University and said, I'm not going to do this. I can't sit behind a desk. I can't get a degree. I'm not going to do this. And so I worked outside of the family business for close to about 14, 15 years until my dad was ready to retire and then came back to the family business. The reason for that is my dad told me, we had a conversation shortly after Renae and I were married about how the business would not support 2 families. And I can pay you X amount if you want to stay, but you should really think about doing something else.
Wow.
I think that
Well,
was
because a small service shop would make sense, right?
Well, yes, and I really think that was my dad's subtle way of saying don't do this for a living. I really, really do, but I ended up doing it anyway. But the 15 years that I spent away from the family business really was invaluable. It was fantastic. I got to see the way other shops operated, got to experience other mindsets, and I use that today, what I've learned in the other places, in my business today.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And it's helped us to do business differently than Dad has done it. So what I'm always so proud of is, although at the time he couldn't, really wouldn't have supported 2 families, we support 14 people. I mean, we have, between the 2 stores and us, it does a great job supporting multiple people in the community, and we pay a good wage, and that just makes us very proud.
I've always loved the idea of when people think of businesses, especially family and local businesses.
Yeah.
It isn't supporting you. Everyone here is supported by that business.
Yeah.
Everything you guys do affects families, our local families here. So I think that's
Absolutely.
amazing.
Well, and you probably
Absolutely.
took what your dad built and then continued to build on that and change it to meet the growing needs.
Oh yeah, I remember when we moved from the little 2-bay service station to here, and we had a big party, grand opening and things like that, and everybody left and I was here by myself. And I just remember standing in the middle of this floor looking around going, how in the world am I going to fill this place up? Because from the 2-bay service station to this, in essence, I tripled the capacity.
Right.
I need a bigger place now.
Yeah. We're 2 weeks out, or a week and a half.
Wow.
Yeah. I need a bigger place now as it is. So,
Good heavens.
I hope I have that problem again where I'm standing in another shop here in Idaho Falls looking around saying, how in the heck am I going to fill it?
Oh, that is exciting. Now, Renae said there's a story that when you guys stopped being full service, somebody was really affected, but you kind of kept taking care of a certain person or a certain customer.
I did, and I don't think it would hurt to tell this person's name.
Yeah.
She's before she passed away, she was really well known in the community. It was Dolores Casella.
Oh, yes.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yep, it was Dolores Casella, and she would come in and she said, Kevin, I cannot pump my gas. I cannot do it.
I've never done it.
I've never done it. And so we said, oh, Dolores will take care of you. That's not a problem. So she'd come in once a week. We'd hop in the vehicle with her, go put gas in her vehicle, and then turn her loose.
Someplace else, right?
So,
That
yeah.
is amazing.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Good
But
stuff.
that's, that is exactly the example. And, obviously I'm really proud of that. But Kevin has always been really good about taking care of the customers. And it shows. Like, if you look at our reviews, you can tell people feel like they're part of the family, and that's what we want. That's what this is a family business.
Everyone desires that with their mechanic. It's like
Yes.
their doctor.
Yes.
Or
You
the
know,
hairstylist.
Yes. You really want that relationship with a mechanic. And
You do.
And it doesn't people don't get to experience that sometimes in a bigger place or, but it's exciting to know that you can experience that here.
Yes.
Well, it's great to know when you come in the door, you're going to see people you know and work with every single time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We don't have a lot of turnover. Josh, what did he say? He's been here 8 years.
That's right.
Wow.
And Nick, I don't think he's going anywhere.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You never know.
Yeah. You
never
never know with the conversation with Dad coming soon. No.
Well,
You think you've got it this time? You're going to be okay to keep him?
I'll be okay to
Okay,
keep him.
good,
It's whether or not he can stand working for the old man for the next few years. So.
Working with family
He
is
sounded
tough.
pretty committed, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's pretty committed.
Yeah.
So Renae, you don't just do this.
Right.
You're part of this. Now you
have
said you're a
your own
nurse
thing.
as well.
So I've been a nurse for 30 years. I've just recently left healthcare because the business was growing and I wanted to be more involved in
So
helping
you'll
Kevin.
be changing oil now?
Yeah, I
Excellent.
know, because then no one would come in and they know, we've done a few educational videos and they know that I hardly know where the wiper blades are. So that is his area. But he does like me to help with marketing and HR and other things. And so I have a podcast. It's called East Idaho Entrepreneurs, and I interview local entrepreneurs and influencers, business owners, so they can tell their origin stories. And it's just so fun to get to know our neighbors, just like you guys are doing.
I'm like, we have a passion for that.
Yes,
right,
yeah.
I think that sometimes business owners can be perceived as, I don't know, you have $1 million because you own a business
Right.
or whatever, and it's nice to know that we're just people trying to do the best that we can, just like you are.
Yeah.
And
so
learning that story from where they came from.
I know, and the challenges that they go through, it helps inspire me to know that we can do it too.
That's
If
right.
they can do it, so
Yep.
can we. And so, yeah, I get to do that. I also have a coaching business around leadership, which I do a little bit of, but mostly I'm working with Kevin in the business, and it's just fun.
That's awesome. Well, I think there's one thing that I hope that these Nosy Neighbors videos and people get to see behind who is behind these businesses, these local businesses, because sometimes it's hard to know. You think, oh, look at that. You've got all these people working for you. You probably are on the lake every day. And, you know, what do you have to worry about? You've got guys doing the work for you. You think about different things as the owner. You realize now at night when you lay awake, it's 14 families that
Yes.
you're making sure you're thinking about in bed instead of one.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's 14 families plus all of my customers. You know, recently I had a technician quit, and my role out here in the shop became a lot more greater than it had been.
Because when you're the boss and there's a hole, you're the guy.
You're the guy that has to fill it, you bet. But you know, the main reason for that was we were just starting to get a log jam here and just backing up and backing up and backing up, and got to the point where we were 2 weeks out before we could get a customer in. I said, I can't do that. I cannot do that. We've got to get this handled and taken care of, and we need to put our finger in the hole in the bucket and get this taken care of.
Wow.
So
That's really cool.
We don't let cars sit in our parking lot for weeks.
Yeah.
That's not our business model.
no,
Love
it's
that.
not. It's not.
That is awesome. All right, is there anything we didn't ask that we're missing out on?
Well, you know, you didn't ask about my weekend,
Oh,
but
that's
that's
a good
okay.
point.
We'll go past that. It'll be fine.
All right, you guys, this is Oswald Service and Repair. You can find him on Facebook. Give us the website again.
Oswald Service Inc.
Inc.com. Serviceinc.com. Check them out. Give them a call. Get your car on the thing. If you want to know your mechanic and you want to feel like you can go somewhere trust, this is a great place. It's awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks. This has been Jessica Cardon,
And Elyse Poe.
your nosy neighbors, keeping you in the know.